The school voucher task force has been meeting a couple of times, and some people already believe that vouchers are a done deal in this state. And there was a lot of money spent by some groups that support vouchers in the primaries. I mean, where do things stand right now?
Yeah, I don't think it's a done deal. That's a political observation, not a personal observation. I think there's still a lot of questions about that, and that's what we're looking for that task force to come back and say how it works. What I think we have to be convinced of is they'll make enough difference. We're not just kind of working on incremental difference, and there'll be something that works both academically and financially. In other words, whatever money is transferred with that child is enough to really provide the education, but doesn't wreck the existing school system. And so getting that balance right, I think will be the biggest challenge.
So it's possible to walk away from this without vouchers being part of the legislative package?
I mean, anything's possible at this point. We don't have our legislative package set, so we really are waiting to hear what the advisory council comes back and recommends. And I told them what my concerns were coming out of last year. And so we're waiting to hear back to see if they can come up with some solutions.
Do you think the public charter schools still some of that same?
Sure, I wouldn't know. Yeah, I mean, I think it is. I do believe in choice when it comes to education. I think charter schools, we're working on getting the accountability right, and I think you're seeing some good results out of the charter schools in Tennessee, and we'll continue to.
Speaking of charter schools, one of them was put on the, at least one in Nashville was put on the priority schools list, and there was another one on the focus school list of the handful of charter schools we have in Nashville. I mean, these are, some people think these are supposed to be the cure-all for it, and some of them are not doing very well.
Yeah, well, nothing is a cure-all for education. Okay, let me start there. And like everything else, I can't. I've seen the list too, but I haven't been able to sit down and go through with folks in terms of individually or at each individual school what has happened. So I don't know that I have a comment. Like I said, other than to say, are charter schools a cure-all? No. Have they been proven to be very effective in some situations? Yes.
So what do you do with one, like, let's say, and I think Coverstone and Metro said something, obviously it's Smiths and Craighead Middle is the one that's on the priority schools list. What do you do with, he said, charter schools that are on the priority schools list should probably be closed. I mean, do you agree with that?
Well, I mean, I think, again, part of the thing with charter schools, again, I'm a fan, but if we're going to have them, then we're going to have to treat them like everyone else in terms of accountability and results. And so I don't think it's fair of us who do support charter schools to say, well, yeah, but we're going to hold them to an entirely different standard. So we'll measure improvement with them just like we do everyone else.
What about pre-K? I understand you've been gathering information on that this summer. What's your thinking on that right now?
Nothing real new, Chaz. I mean, like I said, I've listed that as a possibility along with a whole gamut of other things that we should look at. And I still think, its applicability is probably more in our low-income, high-need areas. I don't see a scenario where we're going to have universal pre-K in Tennessee. Will we expand it or not? It's in the list to be debated out among a lot of other worthy potentials.